Today we're going to talk about why dating as a business owner entrepreneur is extremely difficult, and it might be also dating for regular people as well. So my name is Michael Borayev. I was able to build a team of 150 plus sales guys in less than 2.5 years. We did that with zero money invested, and now we have a great sales and marketing company that is growing like crazy from coast to coast like butter on toast. So I ask a lot of questions in the streets with dating, and the reason why I ask that, not only because I'm single, I'm also curious to know the world has changed a lot in the past 10, 20, 30, 40 years when it comes to relationships, right? I grew up with a mom and dad that did not love each other. I grew up with a relationship, my mom and dad hated each other. I never see my mom and dad say, I love you, or even kiss on the cheek, or even kiss on the lips. I did not grow up in that loving, healthy environment. So for me, I was so curious, right? Because I've had a lot of failed relationships in the past decade, and I wanted to know, what does it take to have a successful relationship, right? And I've been seeing that a lot of people nowadays are having the same struggle that I had, because most people do not know what the hell is going on with dating. Like, dating right now is crazy, especially if you're in Miami, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, any major cities. It's a little bit crazy. So I actually went through this content, and there was a licensed therapist. She posted some stuff on internet somewhere, and I took a screenshot of it, and I was like, wow, this is so amazing. I'm going to go through it with you guys, and hopefully you guys really enjoy it. So why dating is hard these days, okay? We're going to go through a bunch of reasons. I don't know how many are there. I believe it's like 10 or 15 reasons, okay? So stay with me. Number one, dating apps and technology. And I'm going to read a little bit, and I'm going to kind of discuss it. Dating apps and technology lead to overwhelming choices and options, making it hard to make meaningful connections. Think about that. On these dating apps, Hinge, Tinder, all these other ones, whichever ones they are, right? You're going there and you're literally looking at thousands of women, thousands of guys. Think about that. And you think because there's thousands out there that you have so many options. You can swipe left, you can swipe right. You can say yes, you can say no. It doesn't really matter, but you get so many options. Especially if you're a good-looking person, you get a lot of matches. So it's hard to maintain those conversations, because it's like you get 20 likes in a day or 20 likes in a week. I mean, you got to keep up with those conversations. I mean, you got to remember their birthdays, their this and that, all this shit. So it makes you think that because there's so many girls and so many guys, that you have a lot of options, which makes dating a little bit harder. When in reality, a lot of us, and I would say me, you, everyone, there's not that many options out there. There's only one or maybe two really good ones for you. But you think there's so many options for you, right? So that's the challenge with dating these days. Number two, very fast-paced and it demands and demanding lifestyles, right? Dating nowadays, it's so fast-paced that people don't take it slow a little bit to get to know each other. They meet up on the first day, boom, like what the hell? Like, take it easy, slow down, get to know the person, right? And a lot of times people want to just go from app or from Instagram straight up to meeting and like chill. Me personally, if I'm meeting a girl, I want to first get to know them a little bit. I want to do a little bit of a conversation through text, a little bit, not too much, a little bit of a conversation on a phone call and a FaceTime just to see the person, see if we vibe. Why would I want to waste 3-4 hours on a date? I'm like, shit, I fucked up. I don't take girls on this unless I'm serious to know that, okay, there may be some potential there, because I don't want to waste my time, right? Number three, people seem disposable. Wow. And I read that, I was like, that's fucking crazy. People seem disposable, like, oh, it doesn't work out with him, next. Doesn't work out with her, next. It's this next opportunity mindset, and I understand, listen, I understand in sales, you got to focus on next, and there's a million customers, but these are people we're talking about. These are people that have emotions, and a lot of times, it's really hard because people are wasting a lot of time by thinking, next, and they don't get anything done, right? Next, social media sets unrealistic expectations and comparisons in dating. So true. Sometimes you're a 6, right, as an example, and you think you can get all these 11s. Listen, hold your horses, buddy. You're broke. You got no job. You may look good. You may smell good, but you're not getting no 10s and 11s, okay? I'm sorry, buddy, okay? Now, you may look like shit. You may look like a 3 but have a lot of money. Maybe that puts you on a number 6. I don't know. The point is this. Social media makes you believe that you can get the best of the best. You see all these Instagram models, influencers, all this shit, and you believe you can attract that. Not saying you can't, but I say you may not be you may be a little bit delusional. I know I posted a video about delusional, but hey, some of you guys are a little bit delusional, right? Next, fear of rejection. This is powerful. Fear of rejection, making it difficult for people to put themselves out there, leading to missed opportunities. You have no idea how many people come up to me and ask me, how do you confront girls? How do you talk to people? How are you not afraid of doing interviews in the street? How are you not afraid to just, say something and not worry about what people say about you? I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? If you're afraid if you have the possibility of thinking about fear of rejection, that is crazy. And a lot of people have that in dating. They're afraid of getting rejected. They're afraid of getting rejected. Like, why are you so afraid to say, hey, I want to take you out? And if they say no, or they just ignore you, it is fucking okay. Who gives a shit? You gave it a shot, right? And that's the problem. People are afraid of getting rejected, which in my opinion, rejection is part of the process. You need to get rejected a little bit because it lets you know that you're going in the right direction. Rejection is the proper process. Another video, another topic. Next, prioritizing casual encounters and hookups over committed relationships. That is so true. How many times you talk to a girl, you talk to a guy, and they just want to have fun? They don't want to have a committed relationship. They're afraid of commitment. They want to have multiple partners. It's crazy these days. Everyone wants to have the hookup culture and not really settle down. They're afraid. They're afraid of settling down because they're afraid of commitment. They're afraid of making a decision to commit to one person. It's very scary, right? Next, high standards and unrealistic expectations. For partners or relationships, making it difficult to find satisfaction. That's true. Sometimes we have very high standards, right? And I talked about another video, and unrealistic expectations. For example, if you want someone to be loyal, are you loyal? If you want someone to go to the gym, are you going to the gym? If you're like, whatever you expect of the other person, are you doing it yourself? Or do you want them to do it and then you'll do it? No. You have to be the one doing it, which is why I always say in the dating relationship world, in my opinion, by the way, I'm not an expert, but this is my opinion, but when it comes to hiring, I'm an expert, I believe, right? When it comes to hiring people or in a dating relationship, you have to be the one in order to attract the one, right? You have to be the best in order to attract the best. Stop looking for the best. Be the best and you'll attract the best. That's the mindset, right? Next, this is why dating is so hard. Lack of effective communication skills leading to misinterpretation of messages, ghosting, and lack of clarity which can stall genuine connections. The amount of people that get ghosted is fucking crazy in my opinion. People lack effective communication skills. Persuasion, sales, negotiations is all needed. People don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to express their emotions. Hey, I'm feeling a little bit scared right now. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. It's going too fast. It's going too slow. I'm not ready. They're not able to communicate. And that's scary because most people, they'd rather just not say anything and just disappear. They'd rather just ghost, which is fucking disrespectful, right? Happens a lot. Happens to all of us, no? Next, carrying emotional baggage from past experiences, making it difficult to trust, open up, and form healthy connections. It's crazy because I was talking to one chick not too long ago, and she had a bad experience with an ex-boyfriend, and that bad experience was affecting her today. And I was sitting there thinking, like, oh my God, someone's past is destroying their present and their future all because of one schmuck. And it happens all the time. People carry emotional baggage because they got lied on, cheated on, stole from, whatever it may be, and now they're bringing that baggage into their present and in their future. So that makes it very difficult today because that's why a lot of guys, I talk to some guys, they'd rather talk to someone that's younger than someone that's older because guess what? Less fucking emotional drama, less baggage, less, destruction in the brain. And I understand. Listen, I'm not saying I agree with that, but I'm just saying that's why people, a lot of times when I speak to guys, like 35, 30-year-olds rather talk to 20, 25-year-olds because they don't want to deal with a girl that's 30, 35, 40 with all the drama and all the baggage that comes with it, right? Next, not knowing how to hold conversations. Oh my God, people don't know how to talk and people don't know how to listen. And you just have to have a good flow of conversation and just know how to deal. And listen, I'll tell you one thing that helped me out a lot. I stopped being interesting and I started to be interested in other people. So many people are so scared of, how do I hold a conversation? Ask questions. Ask other people questions. Be interested in them. Stop trying to be interested, right? And when you're interested in other people, now you can start having a dialogue and a conversation. Another thing is this. Don't be an interrogator. Where are you from? What do you do? All these questions and never talking a little bit about yourself. It's got to be a flow. It's got to be a conversation, not a monologue, but a dialogue, right? Very important. Next, geographical barriers due to distance, cultural differences, or logistical issues. I don't know if that's hard these days. We have international dating nowadays, but I don't think that's so hard, at least not where we're at. But hey, it could be an issue. Next, cultural shifts such as gender roles and attitudes towards marriage and commitment leading to different dating dynamics and expectations. Listen, this feminism movement, this masculine energy, feminine energy stuff, everyone's confused nowadays. I see men that are trying to be like girls trying to be like men. It's fucking confusing. Nobody knows who the fuck they are these days. What I've learned is that a man stays in the masculine energy and a woman stays in the feminine energy. That's the best dynamic duo to come together. But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? It's my opinion. But I just see so many people are confused with their roles. And if you just clear with the roles ahead of time in a conversation, it's just much easier to know what the hell to expect in that relationship or whatever it may be, right? So next, these last two, so powerful. People are desperate for love. It's crazy. People are so desperate for love. And one thing I learned, if you do not love yourself, how the fuck do you expect to love someone else? You gotta love yourself first. You gotta show yourself love. You gotta take care of yourself. Self-care is important. Be self-aware with where you're at. You don't need anyone to fulfill your life. You need your life to fulfill someone else's life. That's the reason why you should be in a relationship in the first place. You should be in a relationship because you're so full you want to share, not because you're so empty you want to fill up. Very important to understand that. A lot of people make this mistake. They're desperately looking for love. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking to love someone. Big difference. Right? Because I'm filled with so much happiness and satisfaction and love and gratefulness that I want to give to another person. I want to share my joy with someone else. That is the proper way of being in a relationship and the right mindset. Not by being depleted and saying, oh my God, I need love, I need to fill my tank. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong reason why you want to be in a relationship. And last but not least, the reason why it's so hard dating these days is because people want to play games. They want to play games, man. Dating game bullshit. And one of the things I have on one of my lists of finding my woman, my wife, is if she plays the dating bullshit game with me, out. I'm not wasting my time with that bullshit. I'm not here to waste time. If you're here to waste time, go fucking waste someone else's time, but not my time. And a lot of people nowadays, it's hard for them to date because guess what? Everyone's playing games. They think it's a fucking video game, and they're messing with people's emotions, right? So you got to get good with that. So anyway, this was a very amazing article / screenshot that I took, and I just wanted to share with you guys because it relates so well with business and relationships as well. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. If you have some comments on this, do me a favor, drop it in the comments below. If you love this kind of content, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and share with a friend, and we'll see you guys in the next video.